What up, homies? Zealot, and we just finished playing some Detroit Become Human, episode 2, second one. I'm gonna try not to wobble this thing. Get my shoe out of the way there. Fucking shoe. So the shit's fucking intense and crazy, and dude, I have not felt this emotionally invested in a game probably since like a Silent Hill game. So not that other games were like Resident Evil 7. I'm gonna fucking beat the dead horse till it's deader. It's a saying now. But I love the game, but it wasn't one of those like you get really heavily invested in the character kind of thing. It was more like a situational, like, horror game. I mean, obviously there were characters, we knew them kind of, but the first person perspective kind of, in my opinion, it makes for a better horror game, as far as you can't see around corners and you have less visibility. But it didn't really do. I mean, I didn't really feel like I was super heavily invested in, the I don't know, like emotionally, right? Like in who was this guy? Where did he come from? All of these things, like the little Mia story and all this stuff, whatever. But this game, that's all it's about. I mean, there's I'm not gonna say there's not some crazy gameplay shit because shit went down, like, and caught me fucking slipping like a motherfucker in this episode, which you guys saw. Um, but it's less about, like, the gameplay and doing things, and more just about the story and developing the characters, and choosing their paths and things. So at the beginning, when you kind of cut out, like, the first video cut out the very very beginning of the game. But there's this chick android that, like, introduces herself, but then you get to choose your thing, and I chose, like, less difficulty, more story oriented. So that's, if anyone who's played on the crazy other difficulty thing, that's why it's probably easy. So whatever. But this one was pretty tight. We get more backstory. It starts with Marcus. We figure out, like, what up with Marcus, and he's more than just a guy who gets paint and beaten up, right? We find out that he lives with, is property of, like, what is the Android PC correct way? Like, I don't want to be stepping on anyone's mechanical toes and shit. But he is the property of some eccentric old, paraplegic painter guy who has cliche druggy son. I'm sure going to be a factor at some point. But this guy, he seems to really want to try and, like, peel away at the layers of Marcus and see what's underneath. Right? He's trying to expose a deeper side of humanity. He's got, like, all of the art stuff. He's, like, prompting him with the piano. He's having him paint things and stuff. I mean, it was all pretty crazy and cool. And I think Marcus is going to be. So I think there's going to be, like, very, very different themes with each of these androids, and Marcus seems like he's going to be maybe like a central figure, in whatever is going to happen. This guy seems to be kind of like grooming him, and I think something's going to happen, or, I don't, obviously something's going to happen. The fucking statement of obviousity. Obviousity. It's a word now. Fuck it. But yeah, Marcus is a little bit deeper. We didn't really get much Marcus last time, other than, he gets paint and gets beat up. That's all we got. But this time we definitely we peeled back a few layers of that onion, the onion that is Marcus, and then Connor's story. So it's Connor and Hank are, like, bromancing like a motherfucker. I'm curious to see where this shit goes. So he's alive-ish, or there's, like, a second Connor, the second. After we jumped off the roof and murdered him the first time successfully. He's so he's him and Hank. The relationship is kind of interesting, but there's another crime scene, android related, and the guy, it's like the android is just defending himself. And what I see with Connor, so I see Connor being kind of conflicted, right? I think that's going to be his thing, is he's going to be kind of conflicted, and that's how I think a lot of this stuff is going to play out. Like, I do think that at some point maybe these stories are going to intertwine, but Connor is essentially there to stop androids and solve why are androids becoming deviants and all of these things. And it seems to me, and I'll explain why I feel this way more when we get to Kara's story. But it seems like this thing is all caused by their relationships with people, right? So I think that maybe through his relationship with Hank, Connor's gonna somehow, like, maybe, I don't know, switch sides, or But not if it hurts Hank, though. That's the thing. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But it seems like this whole androids becoming aware and wanting their own rights or fighting back or whatever is happening. This deviancy where they fight back and kill people and all of these things. It seems to have to do with their relationships with people. So that's got to be a factor. And the reason I came to this conclusion is because of fucking Kara Story. We knew Kara Story was going to be the shit, and it did not disappoint. I didn't think it was going to go in that quick. But yeah, so we head down and I can't remember exactly. Oh, dude, what is the red shit Todd is smoking? What the fuck? He's blowing fucking big red clouds of shit. Like, what kind of crazy ass meth drugs do they got in future Detroit? Um, right? But yeah, he's smoking some weird pipe of some shit. But we it starts and we like serve dinner, and then Todd loses his fucking mind again, and just starts. I mean, he starts cursing and screaming, and then like some shit goes down, and we ended up like. And I wonder if it's going to be that way for all of the androids, but it's almost like they're programmed to do a certain thing, so you have to like hit this intricate like combination of buttons to like break through the programming. It was like, and it broke, and the glass broke, and suddenly she had like free will. And then it became, I kind of had an idea with the push button and stuff. I didn't really realize it was going to go like full on like quick time. As like like we went upstairs to try and get what's her name, Alice, little girl Alice. We went upstairs to try and like get Alice and sneak out the motherfucking house with druggy ass fucking Todd like raging like with red drugs. Um, and he cornered us, and then shit just went down, homies. Like we were fucking throwing hooks with this guy, and it's like press X, do this, do that, and I was like, oh my god, I just got like sucked into some shit. I had no idea it was gonna be that way, and he like choked the fuck out of me, and I missed one of the things, and it just went all bad. But we managed to get out, and now we're just, I mean, we ran, and we're on the run with this dude's little girl now, so that's gonna end well. But so I think so far again we're ending with Kara's story is the shit. I'm really curious to see like where this goes and how it how it all shakes out. But yeah, so because she saw Todd getting all like physical and crazy and like hitting the girl and stuff, it's like it triggered something in her, and she felt this human emotion of like the need to protect and get involved. And I think that's probably because she had developed kind of a relationship with the girl, and then she saw bad things happening, and so it's like she couldn't help herself, like she had to. So I feel like that's the catalyst. That's probably because there was in the beginning there was the guy that was going to get replaced that jumped off the building, right? Like he was super tight with this family and this girl and all these things, and then he finds out he's going to get replaced, and it blew his circuit or something. So it's like these somehow it has something to do with some interaction or relationship, something people did to them or they saw people do, and they snap, and then they become these like deviants or whatever they want to call them. Same thing with the one dude in the murder scene thing where he just was trying to defend himself, and he was getting beaten, and it's like he suddenly realized like I don't want to die, probably, right? Um, which is a very human emotion. Like if you're a robot and you're just programmed to do things, like the idea of wanting to die or being alive, these aren't concepts that you think about or understand. But because he was so, there was such a crazy, like, I don't know, catastrophic, emotional, physical confrontation happening with a human, and all. So it's humans. It's their reaction, their relationship with humans is causing this deviancy. So that's why I think at some point, because Connor and Hank are, they're going to develop a bond and things like that. You can already see it happening. They're bromancing hard, like that shit's going to go down. They're not really bromancing hard yet, but I think that's probably what's going to happen. And I think Connor is going to end up, becoming a deviant essentially. So we'll see. I'm excited to see like what happens and how it transpires and plays out. But there are some serious levels to this shit. And yeah, man, I'm really enjoying the game. So anyone, any comments? I saw some comments. I haven't had a chance to respond to any of the comments that I saw yet, but I saw people are watching, so that's good. And obviously this is not the most ideal of situations where I've already played the game and now we're talking about it. I would like to be doing it in like live, kind of real time, but it is what it is. Hopefully, this is a sustainable, uh, idea I had. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's been different. That's for sure. But I'm gonna keep trying to do these little like powwows. I'm gonna keep putting up the gameplay. More importantly, though, I think the channel is really going to probably slide more into the making of like GMVs and music videos and stuff because I really love that shit. And I've already got some really good ideas of like different song choices and things that I want to put together. So there's that. So that's stuff to look forward to. I'm probably going to make more than one music video since that's kind of probably going to be like the thing is going to be more, making compilation-y music video-y kind of stuff. And then every once in a while, I am going to try and do a stream or, make a video now that I have the laptop, which seems to be working well. So let me know what you guys think. And as always, thanks for all the fucking support on the motherfucking channel, homies. And then I will, obviously, I'm going to look through comments and stuff when I have a minute and see what y'all motherfuckers think about shit. So, hey, as always, again, thanks for everything. Anyone's got anything to say, comment, your thoughts on what's happened so far, or if you think I'm just way off in left field and like don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, which is the distinct possibility. But I'm really loving the game. I'm loving it. So make sure if anyone is new or anything and stuff, subscribe. Things we play games. It's a thing. And then I will catch you guys in the next little powwow session. Probably look for some game thing. Or this is probably going to be at the end, right? I'm talking like you haven't already just watched the thing, right? All right. Well, I'll see you guys on the next motherfucking episode. Maybe I'll do like an intro next time. Well, no, because this is kind of the outro. I guess mostly it's going to be outros, right? I mean, why would I do an intro? Like I just covered all of the things that I think that just happened in this game, and then I'm going to do like a immediately afterwards like intro about the things that just happened in the game. It's got to be one or the other, right? Intro or outro. So maybe I'll save because it would be better to probably have it at the beginning. Let me know what you guys think. Beginning or end of the video, of the gameplay video, should have the little discussion session. Let me know, and I will put it there. All right, homies. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Dark Souls out.